So as we just bring this to a close, Noble Drew, I took some words from Noble Drew Ali to sort of give us an idea of how we can actually move into the future, because essentially we do have all of the brain power that we need. It's just a matter of organizing it. So what I suggested was that we use this energy crisis, put some money and some heads together, and come up with a strategy to actually profit off of it, but at the same time help the globe. A lot of people who may be looking at this are familiar with brothers like Dr. Sebi, and I'm sure there are ways that we can come up with an alternative medicine. And in this country, in America especially, where healthcare is incredibly expensive, we can provide alternative treatments and treatment methods that would be more cost effective, but we could still profit pretty handsomely off of it. So essentially, we need to come up with non-psychopathic ways, non-psychopathic corporations that can actually make a great deal of money to sustain us while actually helping mankind and helping the planet. So now we're going to go into the business laws that we need to apply in the future. Business law number one: business endeavors shall integrate the improvement of humankind and the planet in which we live. So essentially, just like I was mentioning with energy, the alternative medicine, these are the type of things that we could really, um, put our heads together and put some money together and really make sort of a corner of market for ourselves so that we can, provide employment for our children. We don't have to ask for jobs, and at the same time help the planet. Business law number two: we shall deal equitably with our people first until such time as we merge economies with already well-functioning nations, which basically means, you know, black money, black business, and as we're doing black business with each other, we don't apply the same sort of capitalistic, psychopathic business practices that will create distrust among each other. Business law number three: there should be a required amount of capital donated for specifically in the areas of education, energy, food, and housing until such time that a system can be created to support these sectors. So basically what this is about is that, it's basically wealth distribution. So if you have millions of dollars, then what we need to do is invest in food, clothing, and shelter, essentially, and of course education, so that we can alleviate the problems and the disparity that some of us have and improve our quality of life overall. So, again, um, it goes back to what was alluded to in what the Noble Drew Ali said, and it's just basically taking care of people. One of the next books in this series is going to be entitled "What Would Jesus Do?" And if you give Jesus $36 billion, I don't see him hoarding it and not sharing it. So these sort of benevolent practices that we need to apply as we start to develop a wealthy class. Um, let's see, in business law number four: African Americans must set up an effective and accountable system of administration for managing all sectors of black business. Violators and the corrupt will be severely punished for intentional mismanagement. Now, the recent GOP debates illustrate that the wealthy and supporters of the wealthy parties cannot balance their egos and the budget of this economy. It is amazing how they are quick to cut spending and claim that the country does not have money for education and scholarships, however, are ready to spend huge amounts on keeping out Mexicans or going to war in the Middle East. You simply cannot have it both ways. For this reason, we need to slowly gravitate towards our own businesses and business practices, because the ruling classes will hoard and mismanage wealth, whether it's their money or our money. And we must be clear that this wealth is actually ours. A lot of it is just old slave money and the new slave money that we invest with them, hoping that we're able to expand it in the market and, with all of these risky ventures. I mean, how many people lost money? If you had a 401k with Enron, you were anticipating that they knew what they were doing, and if you invested all of your 401k with them, you just lost. And so it's these type of business schemes that we need to be aware of. In closing, our business practices must economically and environmentally be sound. It is something that the world wants, needs, and is actually willing to pay for. There is a future in clean energy, and if we begin to place our emerging minds on this task, it would be very lucrative, and black people would have a chance to dominate this new market. However, we must stay grounded in understanding the function of culture and how to circulate money amongst ourselves. We cannot become excessive and hoard wealth without circulation. So, what would Dr. King say if we do apply these principles? He would definitely be proud that we are living equality and practicing the ideals that promote social continuity. He would marvel at the fact that the greatness of our intellect would manifest into an industry that employs millions as well as makes billions. Dr. King would rest soundly, knowing our children have respect for their forefathers and that they continue the never-ending path on the journey of human improvement as he did. He would especially be ecstatic about the cultural and spiritual awakening that allows our higher nature to lead our decision making and bring us closer to him and our ancestors. Finally, he would be glad to see that after only 3 generations, we all have had a chance to live his dream. So thank you for your time, and please stay tuned, because soon we're going to follow this up with a what would Malcolm do, what would Moses do, what would Marcus Garvey do, and like I said before, what would Jesus do? Um, if you go to www.simplechange.usa, there will be some information um, actually explaining what we can call the Joshua Plan, and talking about the storehouse and the black think tank that will definitely put us in a better position. All right, so again, thanks for everyone's time, and you have a great day.